back, guys. We're in the squid shop, and today the Sonvia is still on the jack stands. A very good reason for that. It's all back and running. However, I went over some footage the last time we did this layout because it's changed for the event this weekend, the Drifting SA event. They've changed the layout, and it was the one I did, I think it was a year or so ago. And we basically come into the bowl, drift around, and it's all pretty low speed stuff. And I was always in between second and third. Like in the dry it was third. In the wet I sort of stayed in second for the slower guys, and then I'd run out of legs. And with the G-force it's not the best to change from second or third to second. It's alright going second to third. But anyway, enough of that. Hit up the old social media looking for a 4.3 diff, and my buddy Dean, you can come in with the goods. So I went and took that off him. Paid for it, obviously, guys. I'm not that bad of a bloke. So I ripped. How have I got this? What have I done here? Oh, okay. So that was the diff that had the hole in it. I got to get my head around this. But first of all, I was looking for a housing, because we opened this up and Richie basically said the two-way is freaking brand new still. So the bolts are obviously all cactus, and you see everything was loose, but he opened the whole two-way up and it looks brand new. So I just needed the housing. So a bloke by the name of Jaden, who owns an SR powered R32 four-door, he hit me up and said, look, I've got a housing here, you can have it. So I grabbed that. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate that. And then Dean hit me up and said he had a 4.3. So ripped everything out of this diff. As you can see here, it was just a standard Skyline diff with the 5 bolts. And yeah, put it all in here with my stub axles, or whatever you want to call them, and put the back cover on it. And Richie went over it, made sure it was all good. So now I've got to pull the 411 diff out of the Sony and put this one in. So I went down to Sleeker Spares, got myself some more oil. Yeah, they've got me hooked on this stuff now. Moto. And I also grabbed some diff bushes while I was there, so I don't have to swap them out from the diff that's in the car. And they just slide in, one on the bottom, one on the top. And yeah, so now I literally have 2 diffs with different gear ratios. And yeah, it should mean I can just stay in third for this whole sort of bank, and then back to second for the real twisty bits. Which is good, I think, I hope. Massive thanks to Richie for obviously getting all this done with the diff and whatnot. Massive thanks to Jaden for the housing. Massive thanks to Dean for letting me buy the 4.3. Oh, Big Al let me borrow his rims. Couldn't get those suckers off though, so we ended up with 6 rims from him for the weekend. Thanks, Al. We got all the tyres fitted over there. We got fuel. I even got the wank thing this weekend. And we got the smellies. That'll be interesting. Whew. It's been a while since the Sonny's ran, so apparently this stuff looks after your fuel pumps and your cylinder walls and your valves and your guides, because they're going to get an absolute flogging. So I'll give them a little bit of protection before we do that. So there you go. We are not going to do a video about me changing the diff again, because we've done that. So I'm going to rip that out real quick, put the other one in, and then we're going to get on to doing a quick nut and bolt check on this car before we wash it. And then, yeah, then we'll load it into the brand new trailer, brand new second-hand trailer, which has been modified as well, which I was doing yesterday with my mate Brett, who I owe another thank you to, for making these new ramps, and we put all this. I've got to show you all that as well. Lots been happening, hence why I haven't been making videos. I've been too busy. Pretty much. Alright, I'm going to change this diff. New diff's in. Highly recommend doing this, guys. Chuck your battery on charge before the event, if it's been sitting around for freaking months. Right, now onto the spanner check. This is super simple. I literally just go over everything. The calipers obviously got dual, one for the foot, one for the handbrake, And then, yeah, just check like the camber arms, tail arms, the traction rod arms, lower control arm, sway bar, shocks. So these shocks here are the MCA Silver Series. I'm actually going to be changing them out very soon because they are designed for the DriftWorks drop knuckles, the orange fellas here, which have been through hell and back. As you can see, there's quite a few additional welded on plates. And oh yeah, and last but not least, check that big frickin' nut there. Obviously check your pads, make sure they still got meat on them. I rarely go through pads on the back of this thing, unless I start doing some big burnies, which I don't know what's going on there. Maybe something's got stuck in the caliper. I might just pull them off and have a look, make sure there's no nasties in there. And then literally do the same again on the front. So all you need is a couple of 19mm spanners, or 17 on a socket for your calipers, and then I think the shocker is the 17 as well. So it's only a handful of tools and a little bit of your time to make sure nothing falls off. So get a 17, a 19, what else we got here? That should be a 19 already. So we got 19, I think we got 17 here. 17 there, I might need the little fella. 14 for the sway bar. 17, yep. Jackpot. Pretty much all the arms are going to be 19mm. So obviously just go through and check all them. I'm going to do this properly, guys, but I'm just showing quickly one-handed. So every single spot, just go on there and tighten them up. There's a couple there, another one there, another one there, another one down there, another one here. Some of them are a real pain to get to, but yeah, you get the idea. I'm just going to buzz these off with my old 17mm. Okay, so this is a perfect example of why you should double check things. So see how we just noticed, I say we because I feel like you guys watching it helping me here. That's really shiny on the rotor. Look in the actual caliper there, it's been rubbing. Now, the only way for the caliper to physically hit that rotor is for the mount of where it bolts to move, which is not good. So that's the sucker behind here, which is welded to the actual hub itself. So what I'm going to do there is figure out why it's doing it and get back to you. Alright, so it turns out there was some debris buildup in that actual caliper. So, right, that's that issue solved. It's not going to, it's not going to cause any issues going forward. So I've moved on from that. I've just got to do them up. But in the meantime, as I was doing them up, I found this little ripper of a traction rod is supposed to hold the hub from moving. This is all a part of the checking. You just visualize everything. So if it feels like it's not doing the right thing, and if it looks like it's not doing the right thing, it's probably not doing the right thing. So just, fix it. It's pretty simple. Everything here should be pretty solid. Nothing should move. Unless you've got a lot of force on it, obviously up and down. To get to this one, on my setup, I have to take off that top caliper to be able to get to it. So that's all tight now. Bushes are good, thankfully. Also, down the very bottom, if you can see in there, the main upright nut there, that one's a 22, Big Daddy. The most common thing to come loose on the back is that nut, that main nut, so always check that one. And then the other thing I do check is the subframe bolts, like the main ones that hold the whole subframe in. So yeah, just double check them, and this should be sweet to go. And then obviously on the back of the coilover, check that one. That one's a 17. So I'm on the other side now, and I've spanner checked it all, but one thing I realised I didn't tell you guys is you got to actually double check your adjustable arms too. So they've obviously got a bit in the middle, or the ways that these ones are set up is you hold them in the middle with a spanner, and then you got a nut on both ends to adjust the thread, or length I should say. So you're just going to make sure they're done up because they can come loose. So you got them on the cam, any adjustable arm, so camber, toe, traction, and if you do have adjustable lower control arm, like track adjustable, then yeah, do that, and then you should be good. So I've done all the rear. I also did check them, just letting you know, don't want anyone freaking out. We'll go to the front now and quickly spanner check that. So these used to sit up there with a drop knuckle, so they're not in their prime range of working anymore. So probably not a big deal, but I do notice on travel, watching videos of this, the front end, the wheel almost like toes in and out as it goes up and down. It's strange as, but there's probably many good reasons for that. So anyway, that's what I was talking about there. Front is super simple to double check. The old P-knuckles set up. There's R clips through everything, so nothing can come off. Basically, it can come loose, but it can't come off. It's bloody good. And then I got the Acostal. Oh God, what are they called? Caster arms. So yeah, as you can see, they're kind of a big waste of money because I've got a sway bar right in the way of, you know, the whole clearance thing there. So I should just, you know, get rid of the front sway bar, or get the blade set up that I think GK Tech do now, or someone does. Then we got nice little fancy lock stoppers here, adjustable ones. So yeah, long story short, double check that nut, this one here, the caster arm, the ones at the front here. Check the sway bar, the bottom, like underneath there, along with the other bolts that hold the caster arm on. These Allen keys here. Just check everything. There's another bolt tucked under here. Behind that wonderful glove thing, not this one, that one, there's another connection to the steering rack itself. Check that one. It's, oh God, it's all black in there. You can't see anything in there. There's some magic in there. These two big fellas, and yeah, and then, you know, your brake pads. Double check. These are easy. You can just pop that out. These little pins here come out after you've obviously undone that clip, and they just come straight out. Check them if you really want to. This is all good though. They got so much meat left on them. You know, check your brake lines. I did that on the rear. I didn't say that I did, but I did, because you don't want them coming off. And then obviously the caliper bolts. Yeah. And that is how you spanner check the suspension. Okay, that's only one section of the car, obviously, but yeah, it's real simple, and you should do it before you take the car out every single time. Then I pretty much just got to check the engine over, all the boost lines and everything, and obviously done all the oils. We did that in the last video, and we are good to go. And it's time to try and load it into the new trailer. One day before an event. Nothing like last minute. All right, I'm just going to buzz all this back on, and obviously check it first. I'm not silly. Oh. Alright, so now we've spanner checked it, and I can take it off the jack stands. I've got all my fuel ready and tyres over here. I actually got some of these for the weekend in case, you know, I need a little bit extra grip. Can't say I've ever run them, but everyone craps on about them, so we'll see. I probably won't even use them, to be honest. I'll just stick with these Salins because I've got enough of them. But yeah, these are the Owls rim. Owls rim. These are the rims that Owl lent me. They're just some roll power. And then grey ones, which have a huge amount of rim hanging out above the, like where the bead is. It's weird. They're all 18 by 10s, but yeah. So thanks again, Al. So what was I going to tell you? Oh, I was going to tell you about fuel. Yeah, this stuff stinks. It stinks good. But yeah, so just put a couple of caps full, cup of cap full, cap that's full. Cap. Yep, one cap in each one, or you know, just as you're putting it in the tank, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, now we have a diff spare that will literally just go straight in. I don't have to change the bushes or anything. I can just drop the other one out, put that one in if I need to. Not that I've needed to in 8 years. So yeah, once it's on the ground, I'm just going to go over everything in here. Obviously check the belts, check the clutch fan, check all the fuel lines. That is a freaking very big thing to make sure of. Check the oil lines, both feed into the turbo and obviously the drain, the water lines, make sure nothing's hitting the manifold. Even though it's all wrapped and whatever, it just pays to make sure everything's off of it. And then, yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I mean, I normally double check to make sure like, the water coolers work, just in case I need them. But I haven't needed to use them in a long time. And oh, another thing that I never ever think of until I'm sitting in the damn thing ready to go out on track. The seat. I have never got the seat in a comfy spot where I actually like sitting there. Like I don't even run padding in it anymore because like I threw it out once because it wasn't low enough, and then I don't know what I did with it, but yeah, I really need to sort that out. So I'm probably going to spend, oh, yep, no time at all because I haven't got any adjustment. Yeah, good one, Jake. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip these. I'm going to flip them, make it lower, kick the back up a bit. Oh, I don't know. But I'm going to make this a lot better to sit in. Stuff it. I'm freaking doing it. Let's do it. We won't believe it, but I got absolutely nowhere. Ripped the seat out, moved the mount around, changed all sorts of things. Even tried the other seat, the passenger seat. Literally spent hours to put everything back to how it was. And I just told myself, you've driven it before, mate. You can do it again. What's the point in changing it? It's been a long day. I think it's time I left the shed. Alright, so the freaking car, an old Sonny, is good to go now. It just needs a really good bath. And while we're on that subject, I actually got a little gift. So I got a box of goodies from Adrian Fuchs. Now, I actually got this box of goodies a little while ago, and I haven't actually used anything up until now. Well, I'm about to use it. But when I moved here, I found the box again, and I thought, oh my God, I didn't even show you guys what I got here. So Adrian sent me a really nice letter. He basically just said that I'm an inspiration to many, and also himself. So yeah, I seriously appreciate that so much, mate. And he's probably been waiting for this for a long time. I'm really sorry, Adrian. But Adrian works for these guys, and he just sent me some really awesome products. We got some spray detailer. He also gave me a shirt. How cool is this? Man, I'm so damn thankful. So we got some of these, I've got to admit, guys, I've never used one of these. A foam applicator. So that's obviously got it. That's express wax. That's for the detailer. He's even gave me a squirty bottle. Stubby holder. Pure wax. And then a heap of microfiber towels. Oh man. Thank you, man. me and Chop are actually going to wash both cars with this stuff tomorrow. So yeah, you're going to see both these looking amazing. Thanks to you, Adrian. Appreciate it heaps, mate. We're going to wrap it up there, guys. I know today was a little bit boring, but I just had to give you guys a heads up on what's been happening. And then tomorrow you'll see the whole thing unveil with the new trailer, what we had to do to make that all work, and obviously getting everything ready to go for this weekend's drift event at Tailem Bend. So I'm really looking forward to filming that and showing you guys how we go there. So thanks heaps for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.